What we need to do first is remove the wishbone. The wishbone is up the neck end of the bird. And what we usually do with a red knife, we need to scrape down, feel with your fingers, it's on a V shape, the bone that we need to take out. Place the bird on the side first, and we're going to remove the wing. Basically you've got three joints there, a small joint from the tip, then the second joint and a third joint. I'm going to take it to the third joint, but without taking that actual bone away. So about 1/4 of an inch from there, from that third joint, cut around with the knife. Place the bird flat. What I'm going to do then is just scrape, keeping that third bone on the carcass for presentation. So all I'm doing is just cleaning the flesh away from the wingtip. So now from the second joint, the tip was the first, then the winglet itself, that second joint, you want to remove the flesh and the bone away from it. And basically it will go through a little cartilage, but this like little flap of skin there. What I'm going to do is just make a little incision where that flap of skin goes. I'm not cutting into the flesh, just making a little incision away from the flesh and the skin, exposing the leg and the thigh, like so. Then I'm going to take my knife, the point of the knife, come around that oyster. It's a lovely bit of meat there that you can see or feel around it that it should pop out. And again, all I'm going to do now is just release that cartilage from the thigh, and then gently, you should be able to just pull it gently away. Now I can see where my feather line is and where it ends, and that's where I'm going to place the knife, and then go in at a slight angle until I hit the rib cage. Then I'll remove the wing with the bone in place. You want to hold that bone in place, and again it will be a soft little knuckle that you're just releasing, and it should go down like butter. And again, just a little bit of leverage on a steak knife this time, not the boning knife, but a little bit of pressure, and it should just go down without making a mess or chips of bones, without breaking it. I'm going to separate the drumsticks or the legs itself with the thigh. Now again, by doing this, we find a nice fat line across the drumstick or leg between the thigh, and you'll see a natural line there. Again, what we need to do with the knife is go down through the leg. So we've separated the leg now and the thigh. Little joint there that needs to be removed. Again, it should go down like butter. Save the bones, because we're going to use that for the jus. And then again, we've got this little bit of cartilage there. I'm just going to tidy that up, clean that around again, because when that cooks, it shrinks back and it looks a little bit untidy when you try and present your chicken saute dish. Now for the thighs, you've got a longer bone. What I'm going to do there, again, you've got a little bit of cartilage just showing. Just going to trim that back, carefully pull and expose the bone, and again with a heavy knife, just clean that bone and cartilage away. Now just take off that little bit of bone, excess bone, to tidy that up a little bit. Again with a heavy knife, that steak knife, a little bit of pressure, and that should just clean and expose the bone. Little pressure on the bone itself to tidy it up, and again keep that for your stock. Go through the bone itself on the other side, skin side down, expose that cartilage, little bone. Again, what I'm going to do there is trim that. Now be very careful with this one, because you haven't got much bone or leverage to touch, to cut away, so make sure you keep your fingers well away. It's going to go across, so through the bone and cartilage. Again, a little bit of leverage. And there you should have the 2 pieces of breast. So in total we should have 8 pieces. 2 legs, 2 thighs, 2 winglets and 2 breasts.